How are you coping with high gas prices?
Well, I'm fortunate that I can afford to pay the high gas prices. But yeah, I think you pre-plan your trips better, around town and stuff like that, and definitely look for the bargains.
Trying to drive less, which is I was trying to do anyway. But um, yeah, that's about it. Walk, public transit. Um, Walking and running is great anyway.
My husband and I share a vehicle, and so we just try to kind of plan our trips throughout the day to make sure that we're driving as little as possible. And we're really enjoying walks.
Like gas prices and plane tickets are getting more expensive, so traveling out of province, let alone out of country, is very expensive nowadays.
So my husband and I actually live out of town. We live in Langham, and we've been commuting in together. We're lucky enough that we both make enough money to be able to feel comfortable during this time, but I can't imagine people who don't make a good job, like don't have a good salary. I don't know how they're coping, especially in a city like Saskatoon where you need a car to get around. It just seems like the gas prices are getting too high for people who rely on a vehicle to get to where they need to go, but maybe don't make enough money to be able to afford that.
Not easily. We have two teenagers in the house, so we're running 3 vehicles right now. So it's not a fun place to be right now, with our wages staying as they are. It's tough. It's definitely tough. But we have no choice, right? So for me personally, I bike to work just to try to combat the expense over it. But my kids still got to drive around, and my husband is a teacher on the other side of the city, so we're kind of caught. It's tough. It's sad when you hear about all of the companies that are making oil and gas are making all of this profit, and they're not easing it up on us, and our wages aren't going up. So that's a really hard pill to swallow.
Well, I mean, I'm retired and on a fixed income, but I'm fortunate. I'm okay. And it's very volatile. I bought gas just by bad luck about 4 weeks ago, and it was $2.08. I think that was pretty close to the tops, and now it's $1.49 or something, and it's down 50 or 60 cents. So that's good for people who are struggling more than I am. But it's I think. I think some of our energy policies in this country have been misguided, very misguided, if I can be a little bit more assertive about that. And I don't think that's helped.
I am not. It's not working out. I see they're lowering now, which is good, but I go to school and drive back every weekend, so that's going to be tough for me if the gas prices don't lower.
I hate it. I find that it's too expensive. People cannot, we are the lucky ones. Some people cannot even pay their rent. They cannot pay for gas when it's almost $2 per liter. Something should be done about it. And I think our government in Ottawa should be the first ones to reduce at least taxes.
Try not to drive as much, I guess, would be the first one. I live in a city it's pretty accessible in terms of walking and whatnot, so try not to drive as much. That's not always possible, but high gas prices are tough on a lot of people. So yeah, I guess just trying to bike more and walk when it's possible.
We're buying less things and we're traveling less. There's only so much money in the daily budget, so higher interest rates and higher gas prices mean we are simply spending less.
Well, I was fortunate this year to work like 5 minutes away from my house. I had a job I was really happy with. I was really close. So I was really lucky in that sense. But for a few months before that, I was working like maybe a 30-minute drive away. So I would definitely carpool with people a lot more. And I guess I'm thinking twice before taking like a longer drive, I think. Like I know back in 2020 or 2021, I would maybe go on like a road trip somewhere or travel somewhere more on a whim. Whereas now I really think twice about it. And if I'm ever going even like a 20, 15-minute drive, I always just make sure I have everything on my list that I need to get done, so I don't have to like go back or do something again later. I try to be as efficient as I can with where I go.
Well, we travel less, that's for sure. Oh yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
quite expensive.
That's about all you can do is just try and restrict what you're doing.
Yes.
Restrict your movements, you know, cuts down on, you know, your travel and everything else. So that's about the only thing you can do. I mean, you got to do the necessary stuff back and forth to work or necessities, but you know, everything else is kind of, you know, as needed.
I think we just try to make sure that our routes, we're making it make sense instead of zipping all over the place. But you have to go, you have to work, so you just deal with it.